Michelle Nastasis. Michelle, how's it going?
Long time no see, my friend.
Nice to see you. Now, you're here supporting Trans Emotion.
Yes.
And Trans Emotion is what?
Trans Emotion is a longtime support group for the transgendered community. We deal with everything from housing discrimination to working on where to find health care. We do fundraisers, and above all else, we're mostly concerned with education, and that's where I come in.
Now, not just education at the school, but education about the trans community.
Well, not only the trans community, but also the LGBT community as a whole. And I also brought with me today a video that was produced here locally that will give you some background on the LGBT community, on some of the things that are said to us and about us.
Now, said to you by people that aren't friends of yours.
Right.
People that are making judgment against you. Those kind of things that are said to you?
Yes.
And how many years have you been putting up with this?
I've been transitioning now. I'm in my 5th year. I know people in the LGBT community, especially the T community, that have transitioned for 6 and 7 years before they go and have their what is referred to as completion surgeries. My personal completion surgery is scheduled for the December of this year in San Francisco.
Okay. Now, this is a tough world to live in for us, right? Because first off, you're born as a man, but your whole life you have these different feelings.
Yes.
And finally, and I'm going to use the word brave, finally you get brave enough to act out and these feelings that you've had for all these years, but you've had all these relationships along the way and people that you know and then people that you don't know that you're going to run in. It's a tough thing, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a head trip like a lot of people can not even imagine.
No, it's very, very tough to transition from male to female because you have to, quote, pass as a female as a male persona. So as you get further along and you start taking your medications and you start developing as a physical female, then the real challenge is your voice. I can't tell you how many times when I'm on the telephone I get, yes sir, we'll help you. Right. And I said, excuse me, I'm female. Right. I said, don't let the deep voice. But
on the phone, you kind of say, hey, you know, it's not. But face to face.
Face to face is a different animal. Face to face, you see the female dress, you see the makeup, you see the jewelry, you see, like I'm wearing today, I'm wearing a suit and a pair of heels.
A power suit, Michelle. So. I would imagine one of the toughest things would be your family.
Actually, well, my father, who was an ex-Marine drill instructor, and that says enough right there.
He wasn't having it.
He wasn't buying that at all.
Right.
He said, "I raised a son, not no fill in the blank daughter."
Right.
My mom, on the other hand, it took her a while, but she came around. Both of my sons.
Now, do you talk about different things with your mom?
Yeah, well, I did until she passed away a few years ago.
Okay.
My ex-wife was a huge supporter of me. In fact,
did she kind of know?
Yeah. She
kind of knew because she lived with you. She knew all the everything about you. Yeah. So she kind of knew.
Yeah, she knew.
So when the dam broke. She said she was probably relieved a little bit, right?
Yeah, and so were my sons. My sons referred to me as their crazy transgendered aunt. And both of them are very, very accepting of me as Michelle. They now refer to me as Aunt Michelle.
That's pretty cool.
And there is one other part of my life that just took place recently. I just got married to a longtime friend of mine. We'd been seeing each other off and on for 6.5 years. Gianna Cafton and I were married on June 20th of this past.
Congratulations to you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Now, you say you have your surgery
Yes.
set for December. So is that the other part?
That's the other half of the transition. That's the final stage of the transition.
And you have to go to a bunch some psychiatric evaluations and
Yes.
stuff beforehand to make sure that that's really, really, really what you want.
Right. You have to have, according to the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, or WPATH, you have to follow very, very specific guidelines, including getting 2 letters of recommendation from 2 different doctors who don't know each other that says, yes, you are a good candidate for surgery.
Okay. So when you go,
the surgery itself takes 6.5 hours.
Wow. Wow. Is it a shorter time for some people and a longer time for others?
On average, it's about 6.5 hours.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, I hope everything goes just fine for you. We
you.
have known
Thank
each
you.
other for a long time.
Yes, we have.
Now, we got a video here that you want to show, and this video is for explain it one more time.
Okay. The title of the video is called On the Day I Was Born. What is an educational piece that takes some of the language that is used to describe members of the LGBT community and asking you a very simple question. How would you feel if? And
Like if you were called these same kind of mean names?
Yes.
Okay.
And this video takes about a little over a minute and a half.
Okay, well, let's take a look, Billy.
On the day I was born, I was told, "You will never marry."
On the day I was born, I was told, "You are not fit to be a parent."
On the day I was born, I was called a faggot.
On the day I was born, I was called a dyke. On the day I was born, I was told never tell anyone who you really are.
On the day I was born, I was told, if they find out your secret, they will hate you.
On the day I was born, I was told you are not my child.
On the day I was born, I was called a he-she.
On the day I was born, I was called a freak.
On the day I was born, I was told, you would be better off dead.
On the day I was born, I was told you are an embarrassment to our family.
On the day I was born, I was called abnormal.
On the day I was born, I was called an abomination.
On the day I was born, I was told, God hates you. On the day I was born, I was told, you don't belong.
Wow, pretty powerful stuff, huh?
Yes.
And I'm sure that, unfortunately, you've heard a lot worse than that, haven't you?
More times than I care to admit to.
Yeah. So what's stopping people from accepting the trans community?
Lack of knowledge, and that's what my mission is. In 2013, I was crowned the first Miss Trans Fresno, and I have used that platform and that title to educate professional groups here in the Central Valley. I have taught at Children's Hospital. I teach currently on a rotating basis another professional group called Turning Point of Central California.
Are kids easier? Do they understand better?
Actually, I don't teach kids. I teach the professionals.
Who teach the kids?
Right.
What are some of the questions they ask you?
Oh, the professionals or the kids?
Either way.
Okay. Typically, when I do one of these classes, the first 4 questions I get asked are, which bathroom do you use?
Well, which one do you use?
Chuck, that's pretty obvious which one I use.
Well, what do the men say when you come walking in?
What men?
I
Okay.
know. I'm just kidding. Okay, so
the second question. Who does your makeup for you?
Like they think you're not capable of doing your own.
Right.
Okay.
The third question I get asked, usually by men, are they real?
And what is your answer?
Yeah, I've been on hormones for 4 years.
You don't ever say, go ahead, take a squeeze?
No.
No?
No. I try to keep it on.
Oh, that's right, you're married now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And the fourth question I get asked is, because I'm usually in professional clothing, and this is asked by women, how do you walk in those things? Because I am notorious for wearing high heels.
But you can walk in them. A lot of women can't, you know.
Oh, yeah. And watching some women walk in high heels is...
It's painful.
Yes, putting it mildly. Because there is one very simple secret that they forget. That heels automatically tip you forward. So put your shoulders back where they belong. Stand up and be proud.
Wow. All right. Michelle Nastasis, thank you very much.
All right.
If there's people out there that want to look you up and look up your organization, how they do that?
Transemotion.com, or they can contact me direct on my email address, and that's UHCougar NSC2.
Whoa, time out. Your email address is UHCougar? You want to fill us in on that one there?
Okay. UHCougar, I am a proud graduate of the University of Houston, and our mascot is a cougar.
Is anybody let down right now? I know I am. All right, hey, thanks for coming by. Good to see you.